good morning, good afternoon, and good evening if you're watching. This is Bureau African Diaspora TV, March. Welcome to Biafra Today, a program where we discuss social and political issues as well as cultural issues affecting the life of Biafrans home and abroad. In today's program, we're going to talk about the silence of Pope Francis amidst the ongoing killing of Christians across Nigeria. To discuss this program, I have in studio with me today Dr. Giuseppe Liguori.
Good morning, thanks for inviting me.
Dr. Liguori, this is not going to be the first time you're coming to the studio. Our last meeting was 16th of October 2020 when we discussed about the indictment of the corrupt Nigerian oil magnate Dan Etete and his Italian partners. You told me during our telephone conversation that this case is not yet closed and it is actually going to the Court of Appeals, right?
Yes, it is true. So the case is going to the Court of Appeal of Milan, since the prosecutors still believe that there is enough evidence against Dan Etete and also against some Italian leaders of Eni. So even the judges accepted the request of the prosecutor, and I believe that most probably next year the case is going to the Court of Appeal of Milan.
Good. Well, before we go to the main topic, which is the silence of the Pope amidst the killing of Christians across Nigeria, you wrote an article, let me ask you, wrote an article about Biafra, about the plight of the Biafrans and the illegal detention of the leader of the IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by the Kenyan government and handing him over to the Nigerian government. But I would like to know, writing about the plight of Biafra and about the detention of their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what's your motivation?
So I write against the African dictators, and I am against everybody that violates human rights. So the case of Mr. Kanu is a clearly violation of human rights. Mr. Kanu is a British citizen. If the Nigerian government wants to indict him, they are supposed to follow a legal procedure. Instead, he was arrested illegally in Kenya and he was illegally deported to Nigeria. It is a clear case of extraordinary rendition.
Good. Thank you. Now, the killing that is going on in Nigeria is not new to anybody. It's no longer news. So we have about 200 million as population of Nigeria. And I will tell you that half of this population, these are Christians, and even most of them are Catholic, if you will. And yet, this killing has been going on. The Pope never come out to condemn it or, say something about this killing, to tell the Christian that he stands with them, to condemn the government that is, involved in it, because it's been said that this is a government-sponsored killing perpetrated against the Christian. The idea or the news is that the government of Buhari wants to Fulanize or Islamize the Nigerians, the Christians, and he is using even the Boko Haram and every other Fulani herdsmen as a strategy, as a mechanism to realize this Islamization agenda. And the Pope is watching this scenario unfolding. He has never come out to say anything. Why?
So the Pope condemned the killings in Nigeria as a work of Boko Haram, but he has never condemned the government of Nigeria. So traditionally, the Vatican diplomacy does not attack heads of states and heads of governments. Sometimes the Vatican diplomacy can work behind the scene and maybe talking privately with the president of Nigeria, but in this case, I am not sure if the Pope has already done it.
Okay, I agree with you that the Pope traditionally don't criticize governments, perhaps because they want to exhibit the separation of religion and politics. Who knows? However, I want to remind you that in 2017, there was this crisis that was going on in Bangladesh, the persecution of a certain group called the Rohingya. I think the Rohingyas are stateless Muslims from Western Myanmar who, according to United Nations and the United States and many human rights activists or groups, are being targeted, you know. So these are the Rohingyas, and the Pope was there. After certain delay, he definitely came out to talk about Rohingya. He mentioned the word Rohingya. He said that we are with you. He said they should forgive us. I mean, he said that it is the responsibility of the Vatican to say something about the Rohingya. The Pope is seen as, I mean, a symbol of justice. The Pope is considered as, or the Vatican, let me say, the Pope is considered as one that stands for those that are oppressed. And it brings some kind of question when across Nigeria, the Pope will just say nothing while people are being killed. Another example is that of the South Sudan. In 2019, the Pope, there was an invitation of the delegates that visited the Vatican. The Pope went down on his knees and washed the feet of these delegates that visited him. Okay? Showing a kind of understanding. I mean, that is humanity. This is a kind of symbol that he threw out in the world to make the world understand that the Pope is behind those that are persecuted. Also, recently, the South Sudan was celebrating their 10th anniversary of independence. The Pope also used that opportunity to say that it is the responsibility of the people, because there is still conflict, of people that are affected in that conflict, to learn how to live together. That is wonderful, isn't it? I mean, but the question is, in the case of Nigeria, the Pope has not said anything. I can tell you of incident, for example, on April 21st, 6 Christians were killed in the northern part of Nigeria. There is the case of the South Kaduna that have almost gone to extinct. The Pope hasn't come out to say anything. Also, there is the case of the head of Christian Association in the north that was beheaded by the Islamic group. The Pope didn't say anything. There is also the case of a reverend father that was killed by the Fulani herdsmen in the eastern part of Nigeria, Ogun local government. The Pope didn't say anything. There is also a case of the Middle Belt, where the Islamist, the Fulani herdsmen that is moving across the country, killing everyone. The Pope did not come out to say anything. And even as I'm talking to you today, there is still this killing going on against Christians. And the Pope is saying nothing. So the question is, Dr. Ligueri, why this silence by the Pope? Why? I mean, he could as well, if he's not going to say anything about the government, he could as well come out to say that he stands for the Christian. He knows that they are being persecuted, that he is for them, just like he did in the case of the South Sudan and that of Rohingya. That is the question I'm asking here.
Okay, so in South Sudan, the situation is different in the sense that the leaders of the Catholic Church are very vocal. So we have some Italian bishops, most of them members of the Comboni missionaries. They have a long history of fighting for human rights. So the Pope is listening to them, and he understood very well the situation of South Sudan. Instead, in Nigeria, the bishops are all Nigerians. We don't have any Italian there, except the Apostolic Nuncio, that is the ambassador of the Pope. So these bishops are not very vocal. For example, Cardinal Francis Sarinze, that is more than 90 years old. I never heard Cardinal Arinze saying that this is a violence that is sponsored by the government. So this is one of the differences. Maybe the Pope is not well informed, or maybe some bishops in Nigeria are telling him that don't attack the president of Nigeria because we are fearing, or for other reasons that I don't know. So another man that is in charge of the situation is Cardinal Parolin, the Secretary of State. Is a type of Prime Minister of the Vatican, so he's the one supposing to inform the Pope about all the countries in the world. So Cardinal Parolin is also not very vocal about Nigeria.
Okay, so what you are saying is that it is the responsibility of certain group of people in Nigeria that are attached to the Vatican to inform the Pope that things are not working well and that he should come out to say something against concerning this ongoing killing. For example, the Cardinal Arinze, the Catholic Nuncio, Apostolic Nuncio that you mentioned. So it's not essentially the Pope himself that this burden lies on, but also those that should inform him that this is this state, the condition of life in Nigeria. Then the Pope will come out and say it. That's what we can hold on in this program.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Before we go, I would like to ask you a question. There is this developing idea about Christianity. People are beginning to believe that Africans have been fed with this disjuncted religion by the Western or by the Europeans. And this is one of the problems, or this is the cause of our problem in Africa today. So there is this renaissance, if you will. People are beginning to rediscover our traditional religion and they want to go back there. There are people that are vocal about these movements. For example, Mazi George, you know him, the writer of Ikenga that you read. So I want to know, I want to have you on a discussion with Mazi George, where we can discuss this issue of religion, especially that of Christianity and how it affects our life today. What do you think?
Yes, it is a good idea. I just want to say that every person has the right to choose his own religion. Nobody can be forced to accept a specific religion. So it is a human right. We cannot force anybody to accept the Christian religion or any other religion.
Okay. So with this answer today, we have come to the end of this program today, and I thank you very well. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube so that you will be notified anytime we post a new video. Thank you very much. Thank you once again, and thank you again, Dr. Ligori.
You are welcome. Bye-bye to our listeners and viewers.